So get you started page. Basically, and the main important thing is, if you guys remember last class period, basically what we did was we used the rules of exponents, right? And basically, to simplify, we just used the rules of exponents. Now, when JT is going through a problem like this, the first thing that we're going to do is, rather than use and apply these rules of exponents, what we're basically going to do now is we are basically going to look into try to simplify by factoring. That's why we kind of did the warm-up of the factoring, to get you guys remembering some of the factoring techniques we've gone over. So basically what we want to do is just look at what are some ways that we can factor the numerator and or the denominator. And the second part that I want you guys to understand is, you guys realize that 5 over 0 equals x. You cannot divide by 0, right? Yes? OK. So when you guys are writing this, so what I want you guys to understand, what is the only value a cannot equal? What is the only value we cannot have for a? What is the only value that's going to make 0 your denominator?
2.
Think 2, right? Because if you put 2 in for a, 2 minus 2 would be 0. Does that make sense? So therefore, what I want you to write then is, when you're writing your answer, a cannot equal 2. This is what we call our restriction. All right? So when you're putting your answers, I want you to be understanding that there's a value that a cannot equal. In this case, that value is 2. So now we're going to simply simplify. Well, I know on the factor I have a GCF up here, so I can factor out a 5. So if I factor out a 5, I'm left with an a minus 2 divided by a minus 2. Now, what we discussed at the beginning, like I said here, a minus 2 divided by a minus 2, those leave you with 5, where a cannot equal 2. Just remember that restriction, OK? That is your simplified version, and we're just